Okay, this video is for you, Kevin. Just gonna go over your knives real quick. Here's the first one. I'll do a little final polishing before I put the edge on it. I want to just kind of see how it all looks. All hand forged by me from an actual railroad spike. You know, when you hand forge something and hand grind it and everything else, it will be a little rustic. You know, not every line is perfect, not everything is polished, but you get the idea. It's a spike knife. You know, it's designed to be a little bit rugged and a little bit raw. So here's number one. Here's number two. Each one has little different bevels on it. It's just kind of the way the profile ended up. I left the forge markings on the bottom where they show up, so you can see it's an actual spike, and I put all the twists in there by hand. Spike knives can rust. They're not stainless steel, so when I polish these up, and I'll put a little wax on them to protect them, but if they get wet or you leave them laying out in high humidity or whatever, they can rust up on you. So this one's got a little more of a spear point. You can kind of see how it works. You can kind of see the forging and the grinding marks in there. You know, for a $25 knife, that's just kind of what you get. It's part of my style for these, but there's nothing sharp. Like you can hold this in your hand and comfortably use it. So railroad spikes, just so you're clear, railroad spike steel is a decent quality steel in general, but it's not full-on knife steel. So you got to keep these clean and oiled, and they will probably need to be sharpened a little more often, or for sure they'll need sharpened more often than what a normal knife would. They should do fine for light duty and things like that. You know, probably is not going to break if you baton wood with it, but it's going to get dull real fast, and probably your edge could roll or take some damage just because, you know, it's steel designed for being a railroad spike, not necessarily steel designed for being a bush knife. But, you know, for light duty things, as a kind of art piece, different things like that, I mean, they're great. Guys like them, and you know, these really were made in my forge right here in Ankeny, Iowa. So I send this to you because at this point, if you just decide that these didn't come out the way you wanted, or you want to do something different and you want to back out, that's no problem. I would give you a full refund of your down payment, and no harm, no foul. But wanted you to see them, and I will send you information on sheaths. I can provide sheaths for an extra cost, but unfortunately I don't have good options to customize leather sheaths. It's just not my skill set. I'm more on the metalworking side, and I would hate to try and do something new just the first time for a customer if I wasn't real confident that I could give you a product that you would be proud. So I'll send you a picture of the sheath that I have picked out. I get my sheaths from a guy in Illinois. Good quality leather, nice and thick, would be pretty rugged, and you'll have an idea on that. So one last look here, just so you can see all the blades and how those are working out. And like I say, I'll do a little more, just shining up on them, buff them up a little bit, put a decent edge on them, and they will be ready to go pending your approval. So it would probably take me a week and a half to get the sheaths in, but then we could go from there. So hope that works for you, and look forward to your feedback. Thanks.